Hello. Hey, buddy, you coming in? Come on in. I'm having a bit of a giggle here. Come on. Come in, dude. No massive work going on anyway. This is now just cosmetics. The very last scent to go into a bit scratched up and just doesn't look as good as the other 7. So I'm going to do a faceplate upgrade here. Who's in today? Anybody? Well, 5 of you. Oh, God damn it. Oh, steady. Make it worse before we started. Oh, God. I tell you what, if you haven't got nails, you can't get these knob caps off, I tell you. Internet seems to be working all right down here, doesn't it? Is that? That's something you can do, Keith, I suppose, isn't it? You can get away with that, mate. I don't think I've ever been the sort of person that could work in an office or something, you know, with loads of other people. Let's face it, I'm not the sort of person that should be in public. Excuse me. Well, the gig is today. This is the second day for us, yeah? And it's not so much of a bag of wild cats now that it was. In fact, bar the cosmetics on this last set, she's pretty much done. Which is a feat in itself. Although there's a little bit of pressure involved because the guy that bought both of them is actually driving over from Belgium to come and collect them in person, which of course means the bloody things have to be fully working when he gets here, just for a giggle. So we'll see how that goes. And then once this is done, I'm having a look at a Andromeda A6. So we'll get to see what the inside of an Andromeda A6 looks like. because I'll be honest with you, I've forgotten. I've done 4 or 5 Andromeda A6s, but I can't remember. I can't remember what they look like inside, or what the hell I'm up against. I'm sure we'll find out one way or the other. Alright, that's that one. That one. Ooh, that one. Oh, these are actually coming up quite nice. That's a shame. They're normally a bit shitty. Oh, the last thing I want is for it to do that. I think the thing is in the wrong place. Right, okay, that's okay. Now ready? Yep, they're coming off. Cool. Oh, it is. Yeah, not so much. Oh, I've still done that this one. Yeah, so these are, funnily enough, pinch knobs. You'll know what I'm talking about, Lamont. They basically have a nut on the inside. Pinches the shaft of the pot. So it's the same, you're talking about these things, it sounds like an OnlyFans page. One more, and it's been a bit of a move for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, God's sake. Long live short nose pliers. There we go, gotcha. Okay. And off you come. Okay, cool. One bare front panel. Now, separate it from the pot circuit board. Come on. Here we go. One. They actually fit, do they? Damn it. I don't think. Oh, no. This one might work. It's an AF. Because it's an American synth. It's AF. Nuts and bolts. Which is why we have to have both sets. Both metric and AF. This off. Come on, don't fart about. Come on. That's coming up. Yes. 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 There we go. There we go. Now it's a little more like it's doing something. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Right. Put that on one side. Now. The ones that want to come off. Okay, now. Secret ingredient. Check this out. If you want to clean your synthesizer, whether it be metal, plastic, Tolex or whatever it is, this gear. All right, freeze frame. This is the nuts. This is the stuff that clean anything and damage nothing. So doesn't mark displays, knobs, switches, cleans up keys like you wouldn't believe. And the trick is you spray it on like that, and it'll bubble away. Now let's find a suitable cloth. Oh God, I would have thought I had a cloth to hand, wouldn't you? Oh, right. Well, tell you what, I'm going to turn down the heating in here. I know they need warmth, but oh bloody hell! Yeah, this will do it. Okay. Now, after that's been on there about a minute or so, let me just rub it. I don't know whether the camera would pick this up or not, but so you got a clean side and a still uncleaned side. I don't know if you can see the dirt on it, as opposed to it doesn't really show up on the camera, but once it's done, there we go, lovely. You get a Mark III finish. So I don't know if we can get the light on. Let's get the light on there. Where is it? You see, literally start to see reflections of things on it. It's so clean, it's stupid. So now it's more in keeping with the rest of the sounds. It's a lot of work to put it. Oh, never mind. Whatever. I know it's a lot of work just to clean it, but this is why they pay me the big bucks. So, like I say, this foam cleaner, every single recording studio and what have you in the world should have a can of this gear. All right. We'll try and put a link in the chat or something for it anyway. It's available from RS and Rapid, those sort of places. Right, now this can go back on now. Oops. But before it does, we don't want any scratchy switches, do we? And we don't need any crackly pots. And yes, don't fall for this fucking, oh, you've got to buy deoxit at 22 quid a tin. It's a load of horse shit, okay? This works. Trust me. I've used deoxit on up 2600 sliders, and I can tell you it doesn't fucking work. All right. And I'd rather have a 6 quid tin of this that can last you about 6 months, as opposed to a tin of deoxit, which in here will last about a week. And then I have to go over it with WD-40 afterwards because the pots or sliders are still scratching. So, don't believe the horse shit, okay? Save yourself a few quid. And on top of that, it lubricates the shafts of the pots and gets rid of all that resistance that you were getting. Here we go, yeah, better. Oh, look at that, freeze it all up, lovely. Yeah, I know I was getting a bit shouty about WD-40, but you know, I've been hearing this horse shit about deoxit and all that for years. And it is horse shit. But hey, make up your own minds. You can believe some dickless twat on the net, or you can believe a guy that's been working in the industry for 30 years. It's up to you. Beautiful. Right. It's the sounds of some music. Right, here we go. Ba-ba-da-ba. Come on, girl, line up. There you go. My little beauty. Right, lock this LED in place. There we go. Now the collar. Come on, baby. Line up. Oh, God, it's fiddly. More fiddly than it needs to be, actually. There we go. Lovely. Chub chubs. So I really do need this thing finished in the next, what, hour, give or take. Lovely, there we go, beautiful. Grubby finger on it. Lovely, okay, right. Put these back on now. Oh, it's a bit tight there. You are being a little cow, aren't you? For the hell of it. Why are you being a moo? Alright, I'll come back to you. Bitch, it's up to you. Right. So these can go on however, wherever they like. Doesn't matter. One of these. What is going on here? Come on. Surely it loosens you lot all off enough. Clearly not. Okay. Jesus Christ, come on. I'm taking a piss now. Slap on my arse. Oh, there we go. That's better. No. these off, don't I? I thought my lady wife might have ventured down this way with a replacement cup of coffee, but it's not to be by the looks of things. I'll have to perish down here alone after all. Charlie the Husky wandering around there. Probably the world's most passive dog ever created by man or beast. You only know he's in the house when he wants a sausage. Overkill for me, but there you go. Right. And last but not least, yellow fibre. Right. This obviously clearly needs more wound off. Okay. There we go. Lovely, nice effect. Okay. Before we line up and wind them all up, tighten them all up, let's roll a fag. On a day like this, you kind of wish it was full of weed. Isn't that right, Siri? You're just going to sit on the lawn there and stare at me? Are you coming in or what? Come in. You coming in? No, apparently not. She's not making the appropriate signs of wanting to come in. Right, let's have a look and see what we can do here now. Line everything up. Nice. No, too much. better. So that's in the lock position, so it goes there. The center lock position there. So that's pointing upwards. Excellent. Now this one. Okay. This one. Go to center. Lovely. Now these ones have no start and stop positions. So you have to keep rocking them backwards and forwards until you find their balance. Yeah, about there. Okay, same goes for this one. Yeah, that's about the same. Otherwise, you have to get it right. Otherwise, when it's in the center, it's not. It will be producing either a pulse width that's not 50% when it's in the center, you see. So that's why they have to be dead right, balanced, as it were. So there's as much turn to the left as there is to the right. Right. Now this one has a center point, so that makes life a lot easier. These bit of BCOs, saw that side, pulse that side, and each one is a volume for each waveform. So although it doesn't look like there's a lot of stuff on a SEM, it actually is quite a comprehensive set of controls where you've got knobs doing two jobs together at the same time. So where's the center on that one? There. Oh, it would be there, wouldn't it? Right, where I don't want it to be. There we go. Right. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So all of them are done. So what we should do is put the rest of it on to the ones I've done. Right, these screw in the top. Like that. So now that's coarse and fine tune. Done. We can put these knob caps on now. Right, and then the two tiny ones on the top of there. Reminds me very much of memory modes with their dual concentric pots, but coarse and fine tuning, but only on BCO 2 and 3, obviously. Didn't think it BCO 1 warranted one, which of course is a nightmare when it goes out of tune. Right. Now all we've got to do is get this lot sorted and we're done. A bit more and we're in place. So there's no increment placing for the envelope controls. So all of the amounts, as it were, are done by line of sight, really. There we go. So as long as they all look roughly about the same, which they do, cool. That's those three done. Now do the same with these puppies. To about the same degree. Yep. Oh no, not that one. No, that's horribly out. It should be round there, like that. And this one should be round there. There we go. See how spoilt you are for push on knobs. Right. Okay. That's our cleaned and reassembled set. Ta-da! Well, at least the front panel part. Now, we offer it up to the board. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is where three hands really would come in handy. Lining up all these plugs at the same time is a nightmare. Right, here we go. Line up, get it all move. And you. And you. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we get. Right, that's this one down here. So let's just lock a key in place. Let's see what we get, if anything. Well, so far we're getting bugger all. Ah, hang on. Okay, let's switch these across. Anything, boys? Go on, wait for that. That's interesting. There we go. tune it. Here you go, little girl. Lovely. Right. Where the hell have I put that? Screwdriver. I swear Brian is a little workshop fairy. Goes around bloody moving things about. What the hell has that gone? Really? Yeah, we use this one. Right. Oh. There you go. Put that in. Okay. That one in there. Oops. Alright. Turn that on and let it warm up. There any questions? What do you think? What was wrong with it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Seems like a million years ago. It turned out that what had happened with these cables, you have these three cables that run between the control base unit and the expansion, and the guy who owned it, who's actually, I shouldn't have listened to him because he said all working, blah 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 blah. But when you connect the corresponding cables up to the correct ports, it won't work because he's labelled them wrong. And each wire has a different wiring configuration, even though they're using exactly the same plugs. And that is why I was getting gates one end and not turning up the other end. Because the sequencer cable that runs between, the programmer cable that runs between the base and the controller have like a twisted pairs in the cable that the other two cables don't have. So what happens is the cable that says it talks to 5 and 6 is actually a sequencer cable, and what was happening is the gate is going to the VCOs and the CV is going to the gates. So the voltage isn't high enough to trigger it, and even if it did, the VCOs would pitch would be so high, only dogs could probably hear it. So rule number 1, don't listen to the customer. 9 out of 10, he's an idiot. And I know when old Hans watches this, he'll phone me up and tell me off for saying that. Right. All right, so we're letting it warm up. This should actually tilt the thing up. It's up here. Oh, there it is. The top one up there. She's in now. See how it now looks the same. This one looked sort of like a dark, old, second-hand shop version of one of these. Now, ta-da! Why that one was filthy dirty and the rest weren't, I don't know. I'm just a tech. Anyway, let's see. Now, we got to calibrate. Now, the other 7 are already done. So all I have to do is match. Which one is it? Take the master one. Where is it? Oh, what a lovely, pleasant sound. Nice. And the second VCR. Right. Then I've got to scale to bottom C. And the problem with that is you've got these two little holes here on the front panel. These are the scale trim pods. So they're situated on the back underside of the baseboard. And the only way you can access them is through the front. And they use these tiny little round trimmers where the screwdriver has to fit in it perfectly, but you can't see it. You spend most of your time just fiddling around trying to find the slot. A bit like my wedding night. Now, let's try the bottom C. How out of scale is it? Oh, really? That's not bad. That's bloody all. See if we can find the slot. It's not quite spot on. There you go. Lovely. Now VCO2. Also impressive. Right, come on, where's the slot? Nice. Okay, so let's fire up all 16 VCOs and see how well all of them scan together. Somebody's not happy. Alright, that's enough release on that, boys. Come on. One of these. Okay, weird. So one of these has moved dramatically. Weird, okay. Let's try it. Yeah. Shows a different resonance of the frequencies. And of course there's 9 LFOs, so it all gets really, really mad after a while. But that's the whole point of it. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, has fucking passed. Good girl. Now get the hell out of my workshop. Okay. This is a happy bunny. So no doubt the guy wants to play it tomorrow with the other one. He's in for a shock if he's going to compare them between each other, because no 8 voice sounds the same. None of them. You can calibrate it to a T and it will not sound like the one next to it. Not that you ever see 2 8 voices together anyway. So, but there we go, gentlemen and ladies. Finished. Cool. Sweet. Something worthwhile talking about now. See if we've got vibrato and frequency shifting. Yeah, they're mental machines. They really are. Worth 50k? Probably not. You could essentially do this in Euro rack for what? 800 grand? It's all about the sheer presence, you know. And ooh, look how big my dick is. That's essentially what most vintage analog is about these days. So, good night, Vienna. So, we'll put the lids on this, and then we'll go and get an Andromeda A6. That has the ability of going one way or the other, trust me. Right. I would have thought we might have seen a Robbie by now, or an Ian, or a Matt. But there you go. Right, let's get this all out of the way. Handy little mixer, that must admit. Of course, you have to have a mixer with this because of it's 4 separate outputs. Of course, when you're calibrating it, you need to hear all the VCOs. One of the few keyboards that does actually demand that you have a mixer to work on it properly. Oh, that reminds me, while I'm at it, before I go any further, I must remember I've got to swap over these things so they're labelled correctly. Right, that's the 4 voice one. So that does the gates for the first of these extended 4 voices. Then the CVs, here we go. Right, see where it says 7/8. The other end says 5/6. asshole. I was probably very tired or something and didn't realise. I didn't make the connection, as it were. So I broke the first rule of synthesizer repair, which is you do not, under any circumstances, work on anything if you're half asleep. You just end up with a buggered synthesizer, essentially. But it had to be done for to go tomorrow. So I was put under the pressure I didn't want to be under. Okay, right now that's on the right one for that cable. No, that's right, Kocha. They are. They are. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, I mean, there's a thing about analog. You know, don't get me wrong. There is a thing about analog and the way it sounds. But I maintain that pound for pound, the difference isn't worth the extra amount of money and grief that comes with owning vintage analog over digital. Right. That's the point. That's the key. You know. Yes, it's lovely. I think it would be lovely to own an 8-voice or a Lyntronics memory mode. But the horse shit that comes with it and the amount of money that you have to lay out to have that essence, because it is just an essence in terms of with what digital can do now. It's a game for the rich. It really is. Down the small end, down the little end, the Core 700 Odyssey, although you can get reissues of these now already. But if you wanted that little extra special, it's the original thing, at least you don't have to completely break the bank to have it. You know what I mean? And that is probably the area in vintage analog that is most useful, especially for the likes of us, Right. Let's go and... I don't think it's worth putting the lids on these if we've got to take it all out again tomorrow. So I think we'll just, for now, walk this over here. Actually, I'll tell you what might be an idea for a laugh. Have a vote. What should I work on next? Should it be the Andromeda A6 with its jumpy display, or should I pull out the Problem 5 and see if I can actually get that up and working properly? What do you reckon? Out of those two, mean, Lord knows there's enough other machines to be getting on with. Even I'm having trouble remembering what they were. But those two I can remember. P5? All right, we've got one for P5, two for P5, one for Andromeda. Come on. Any more? Oh, hang on. What have we got here?
Jesus.
Oh,
hello.
There we go. Hello, darling. How are you doing?
It's been too long. How are you?
Yeah, been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
How'd
I'm cold.
Gig go?
That gig was fine. It was a very nice, mild, sunny afternoon in Bradford, and we played a gig on a bandstand.
Oh, excellent.
Just as well, because if it had rained, we'd have been absolutely jiggered. But yes.
A bit chilly, wasn't it?
No, it was nice. It was much colder today. It was nice. And today,
okay.
in my infinite wisdom, I decided to go to my allotment. So
yeah, okay.
It's a bit cold. But I've been digging up some Jerusalem artichokes. So yes, quite happy with those. Got some lots of artichokes. But good. Cutting down the raspberries. Yeah, just a bit of tidying up, really. But,
I'm just looking at the boat. It looks like the Andromeda has it.
I say Andromeda.
You say Andromeda as well. All right,
yes.
Well, let's get. I'll go and get the
But for the sake of esoterica, yeah.
And see what we're dealing with.
I like your jumper. Your jumper's cool. Yeah.
Sorry?
My kids would approve of your jumper. You're down with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, Fiona's got her one as well.
You've got matching jumpers?
Yeah, but that was her idea.
Excellent.
There you go. All we need now is eggnog. Sit under the Christmas tree.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
There's out here anyway. It's really,
you know what? I don't think I've ever had eggnog.
You haven't missed much.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably causing trouble in the chat now, aren't I? I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone. Yes.
No, I think I'd probably rather sit down with a Remy Martin and ice. That'll do me now.
Brandy, very nice.
Yes. Thing is, I haven't had alcohol in 20 years.
Well, I've given up drinking. It's been ages, really, for me.
Yeah.
I've had 2 drinks during the summer on that long tour I did, and I didn't enjoy either of them. And then when Lisa left us, that was the last straw for me. It just tipped me into never doing that again. Yeah. But I don't miss it. I wasn't really drinking before that. I was just fancied to drink one night and didn't enjoy it at all. It's very strange. Yeah.
No, I don't. I think I could get myself a bit whacked from time to time, but just the appeal went.
Do you know what? I don't like feeling drunk. I don't like the hangover. So what is the point?
Yeah.
I quite like the drinks. They taste nice and interesting, but it was years ago, really. But,
I see.
Have you got an absolute mountain of shit to do?
Oh,
am I interrupting?
You wouldn't believe. No, I tell you how far behind I am. In the hall, still at the moment, although, please God, it's supposed to be picked up today, is the, what's his mush? Peter Gabriel signed Mini Moog.
Oh.
From the Bob Moog raffle.
Yeah.
It's still in the hall.
No, really? So they haven't
taken
it? Wow. Where's it going to? UK or abroad?
It was a guy in Germany won it.
It's not too far then.
Not too far. But they're promising to have it to him before midday tomorrow.
How?
And it's still in the hall.
3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Is it getting personally driven there by a Mercedes?
Yeah. Well, that was a problem. When I sent it
to Mercedes at that.
When I sent it to Addison and Lee from here down to New World Studios for him to sign it, and it was all a mad rush because he was going to be there on a Tuesday kind of thing. And so we did this mad rush. Addison Lee personally drove it down there for the on the Monday to be there for the Tuesday, but he didn't turn up until the Thursday anyway. And then drive it back, and that was I think it was about 450 quid each way.
Yeah, sounds about stupid, right?
Actually, yeah, you know, it goes in a Bentley wrapped in a blanket kind of thing.
Yeah,
and yeah, and of course I'm paying for this because I mean it's a charity, you know. So and on top of doing the restore on the thing, and it ended up taking up so much time, I really did fall behind. And then I got that fluey COVID thing. So yeah, I'm up to my eyeballs in it and trying to get through it all because I wanted, funny enough, to spend December in the studio.
Yeah.
I've revised that to from my birthday in the studio, which is
what, next week or something,
next week or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how much I can get done in 6 days. And I'll be honest with you, getting that second 8 voice done,
that's a biggie, right?
it's a biggie.
Yeah.
That was taking up serious amounts of time. And the one before, I mean,
is that the one that you is that the
Hmm?
one you were saying that they'd labelled up the cables wrong?
Yeah. So that's the second one. The first one, which is now done, I spent 2 weeks trying to get that bugger going. They had some sort of logic issue on it. So if you push,
is the first one still there? It hasn't left yet.
Oh no, the same bloke bought both of them.
Same person, right? So are you going to get to play them both at once?
I think that's what he wants to do when he comes here tomorrow. Because he's driving over from Belgium to pick them up personally.
Wow. Well, that's better than Addison Lee.
I always, do you know what? Sending anything about this time of year?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, it's madness.
Well, we had now what was it? It was a multi-moog that I'd restored, and I sent it in December, round about this time. And I said, "You sure you want to do it?" And the guy's going, "Yeah." He says, "I want to use it over Christmas, you know, because I've got a couple of weeks off work." Okay. TNT collected it. That was about 11 years ago now. It still hasn't turned up. But we got a return parcel from TNT at the door. It said, "Look, we couldn't deliver it." And they give me this box, and we open it up, and it's a I think it's called a Devonshire sideboard. And it was all smashed up. And I go, "This isn't what we sent." And it came back again a year later. And I go, "This isn't ours," but it was more beaten up than the last time we saw it. And it was like, "Will you stop bringing this to me? This isn't ours."
Wow. Yeah.
So,
well, anything like that, it's worth either getting yourself, like the guy's doing tomorrow, or hiring a personal courier that you go to someone you know in person or comes in person, not a company. It's not going to stick it on a barcode and through a conveyor belt, but it's going to put it in a van and drive it to where it needs to be. And at the end of the day, it might cost a little bit more money, but you've helped a small business, and you know it's been looked after.
Well, the thing is, it's like most of these couriers. You can get it. You can get your equipment insured, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we insured the Mini for $7,500, and the premium was quite small on it with the shippers. But then when you read the small print, they actually do not pay out on musical instruments.
Yeah.
Specifically. So, like, wait a minute, why did I get it insured? Might as well just catapulted it across the bloody channel.
Yeah. No, when we're doing touring stuff and we need something urgently and it's, valuable, then it's definitely get someone in a van in a Sprinter to bomb it around anywhere in Europe. There are people who do that all over Europe, and obviously it costs you if it takes a few days to drive for driving purposes, but it's sort of
It's just safer. You know it's going to arrive.
Not insured if a courier takes it, and it's too valuable to lose, and it's too important. You've got to get it there on a certain day. So
Yeah, exactly so.
we do that a lot, and they exist. Those people definitely.
Yeah,
It's a nightmare, isn't it? When you put all that work into something, and then you send it off, and it just disappears.
Yeah, but what makes me pisses me off is the customer's pissed off at me.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not the one that was driving the truck or anything. Yeah, but what are you going? I had a keyboard, now I haven't. I go, yeah, I know.
Yeah, talk to DHL or whomever.
Yeah, or a wall, whichever you prefer. Yeah. I don't know. So,
I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I'm getting bloody cold. It's getting dark as well.
I'll grab this Andromeda in a sec anyway. So
Yeah, I'll tune in when I get home and see how the Andromeda's going.
oh, done.
Okay, nice to say hello.
And you? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, too long. Yeah.
When was the last time you were in the pub?
In the pub?
Yeah.
Oh,
that must be a while back now.
I think I came in early this year sometime.
Yeah.
But precisely,
I haven't seen Brooksy for donkeys.
Brooksy's just exhausted all the time.
Poor sod.
Weekdays, term time, you're not going to get anything out. You're never going to see him. Yeah. But
I might get to see him over the Christmas period.
You might get, yeah. I'll give him a nudge and say, "Oh, you get in that pub." Yes, we're doing a couple of Andy and Grace gigs actually after Christmas, so that'll be nice. Not sure how he's going to cope with the late nights. But no, we're doing. The Sheffield EMOM is doing a Christmas special. We're having, rather than an open policy like we normally do, we're having a curated one. So we've invited 12 of our favourite EMOMers who've all played killer sets before, and they're all doing half an hour each. And we're doing it at a friend's pub rather than the regular venue, and we're going to stream it as well. So that's on the 27th, and then on the 28th, me and Andy going down to Stoke to do the really rather mad techno EMOM that goes on in Stoke, and that's going to be a vibe as well. So that's going to be proper crazy. So yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and then this weekend coming, obviously there's the Inky thing. We did a set for that, but the Inky Weekender. Yeah. I don't think I've done 3 solo EMOMs this autumn. I've never done any. Honestly, in 40 years of making music, I've never done any gigs on my own. Yeah, wow. Always been with other people, which I quite like. I'm much more comfortable working with other people. But actually, I just thought I'd push my little comfort zone a bit and see how it felt, and really enjoyed them. So yeah, and got a bit of feedback. So I'll do some more next year when I've got time. So yeah, flat out busy in January and February, so I won't be doing much music then. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm freezing. My feet are falling off. Beautiful sunset. It's a lovely.
All right.
Can you do a reverse camera?
Go grab this Andromeda.
Can you switch cameras?
Later, yeah?
No, it can't switch cameras. Can you do? Can you do it? Does that do it?
No, that doesn't do it either. All right. Right. Okay. Let's go and get an Andromeda, which is bound to be in a box and weigh half a ton. So I'll see you in a minute. I'll give you a view of the arse end of some synthesizers, just for the hell of it. I don't know if it's sit like that. There you go. You can look at a DSS, a CS80, and a Mini while I go and get this Andromeda. Oh yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Do they really have to be that fucking heavy? Put the trolley back out. Yeah, Nelly, do us a favour after that, will you, darling? Cheers, girl. Right. Oh. Christ, did they have to sort of take it out? Come on, we get some light on the subject. Seems to be getting dark early. I'm going to count on this one. That would have been a lot easier. Now, considering that this was bought here by car, I'm not quite sure whether they had to wrap it as though they were shipping it to Titan. But there we go. Let's go that. Come on. Oh, dear. Okay. There we go. Oh, right. Let us assess what it is that is going on. Get a mains cable to it. How cold is it? That's all right. Right, set it up in glorious mono. Main out right, that'll do it. Right, let's see what we got. And let's just Andromeda A6. Still loading. Still loading. Resetting controls. Ooh. Yeah, lovely. Shall we auto tune it and see what we've got? Oh Christ, how long is this going to take? Yeah, okay, 440. You try that again, please. Here we go. Right, tuning all the VCO ones. 13, 14, 15, 16. Tuning second oscillators. Okay. Tuning all the third oscillators. Good, I don't charge by the hour, isn't it? Now the filters. Now tuning oscillators frequency 5. Now frequency 6. 7. Still tuning oscillators. Tuning pulse wave. Sorry, pulse width. Twang. Tuning the filters again. Still tuning. I wonder if some of the problems they were having is because they never calibrated it. That'd be genius, wouldn't it? Still tuning. At the moment it's tuning filters for voice 12. See what the architecture inside these Andromedas is mental. Okay, apparently it's done. Well, it certainly works. I'll give it that. Okay, it's working. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, we are enjoying that. Try to say. Copyright strike. Yeah, there is no 9. Okay. Is it me? Does it always sound like one of the VCOs isn't tuning. Yeah, maybe I'm imagining it. Where did it go? This is working. Nothing's jumping. What the hell? It's doing shit. I suppose it doesn't do it on every single patch. Maybe it's by per preset. Huh. Okay. So. Well, that means then we have to do a tech wank. Fucking hell, I hate them. I hate doing tech wanks. Basically, what tech wank is waiting for a keyboard to exhibit the problem that the customer says it has. In this case, apparently the front panel, the display will twitch and go to a setting, which is normally created by not dirt or dust in a pot, so that it thinks that something was turned, and then updates the display according to what control has been touched. So basically what the tech wank is you have to stand it in a corner, leave it on, and constantly keep checking it until it actually does something wrong, which ties up resources in the workshop. So where do I stand it then? Which means that we can then instead go on to the Prophet 5 instead, while this sits in a corner and wait for it to fall over. Yay. Yay for us. Okay. Well, that's what we do then. I think that mains cable's long enough. I'm going to stand it over here up to where why not? Right, you sit there and we will monitor you. Put it on something. There we go. What are you doing up there, woman? You coming in? Come on. Lils, come on in. Come on in. Right, of course the Prophet 5 is buried down here, isn't it? Right, let's put the SS out of the way. Oh, no, we better actually. Right, let's forget Jupiter 6. Probably tomorrow. Jupiter 8 is now on hold. The guy can't make up his mind if he wants to get it repaired or not. You heard it's going to cost a few quid. Sit there a minute while I get this P4 on. Okay, P5 out. JP back. You going to help, Lils? Yeah? Can we help? I'll be a good girl. Well, do you know what? That's absolutely not helping. That's clearly one of. Excuse me. Hello. That's where I want to go. Thank you, darling. DSS can stand up in here. All right. Okay, let's look at this Prophet 5 from hell. Yeah. We have a visitor. Have I done it right? Hang on. There you go. What is that?
Ah,
Hello.
can you hear me all right?
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm all right, Ken. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
I thought I'd take the opportunity while I'm at work to show you my neighbours. Believe it or not, there's a puppy got the same day as you got Lily.
Oh, you're breaking up, buds.
Well, that didn't work. Seemed to leave the workshop. I got no signal.
Oh, yeah. That's a familiar story. Don't worry.
No, keep losing you if you go outside. I'll get him to bring the dogs over in a bit and show you.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, he's got an adult one and a younger one. He got exactly the same day you got Lily.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, Lily.
It's
Lily's trying to eat caps. Hang on a sec. Hey, put that down. Wait.
Unlike Lily, she's really well behaved though.
This one is into everything.
Yeah.
He's trying to eat SEM knobs now.
Saw her knocking stuff over in the garden yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Losing track of time.
She does it every day.
Yeah.
There's a little move for that.
Yeah.
What have you got in your mouth now? Yeah, that is a 3080. Do you know how rare these buggers are? Stop eating chips. Fuck's sake, woman. Oh, yeah. She'll put anything in her mouth, this girl. Oh.
I was playing one of those new P10s the other day. I was quite surprised. It's really nicely built, but do you know what I thought? There's little details like screws on the end cheeks. I was like, oh, I'll just make it proper.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that's silly, minor little things, but when you're paying that kind of money for an instrument, you think,
well,
why cut corners like that? You know?
Exactly so. Oh God, it's so bloody crap on this thing. What else is holding this together? Hang on. This pulpit file's in a right sorry state, though.
It looks very scruffy.
It is very, very scruffy. Yeah, was it about 32 years it's been stuck in a flight case?
32 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks it as well, mate, I tell you.
Well, it must have been that scruffy when it went in the flight case.
Yeah, but I think, you know what, there was a little bit of dampness going on in there as well.
Yeah, I suppose the foam does perish, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's not done the wood much, cop, but there's also a lot of crap in there as well. So,
yeah.
Do you want to go out again, woman? Yeah, go on. There you go then. Try and stay out of trouble. That's a good girl. Might as well ask her to not breathe. Oh, mate.
Yeah, I've just been cutting out the cabinetry for a mini chrome, a mini. I'm getting people talking to me in the background here. A mini mood clone. So I've just been cutting them out on the CNC. Still got that problem I messaged you about the other day. You know, the other week, I should have said. You know, you said the emergency stop. It keeps intermittently cutting out. The machine's brilliant, but the people we got the machine off, they're just terrible. No after service at all. It didn't even set the machine up properly when we got it.
Really?
No. It's like I went through it with a fine tooth comb.
Yeah.
A couple of months after we got it, and it was only it's automatic oiling. It was only getting about a tenth of the oil it was supposed to be getting. You know, stuff like that. So they obviously just drop them off and don't really care. You know.
Yeah.
A couple of the neighbours on the industrial estate here, they've got one. Well, couple of them have got them from different companies, but they have the same problem because the after sales are terrible.
What company is this then?
Well, like I say, ours is different to the ones across the road. I've got a Fabertech machine, brilliant machine.
Yeah.
But the customer service from whoever the company is that supplied it are just not very good.
Because my big one is Heinz.
Right.
German company, and they were constantly help. Mind you pay through the nose.
Oh yeah.
But they were really, really helpful with all the issues that I ended up having.
To be honest with you, Ken, I've started to come to the conclusion I might be better off getting myself on an engineer's course and doing it, looking after it myself, because I think once the warranty runs out, they're going to be a bigger pain in the ass.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of the things that's worrying me about the Carvera is that because it's a Chinese company and there don't seem to be there's no UK office or European office that I know of, at least at the moment. So everything has to be done through the Chinese office.
Right.
Hope for the best, you know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's a lot of that kind of thing. It can lead to a lot of downtime, can't it?
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know, I think that's something people I don't think they take into account when they're buying from China. You know, it seems tempting, but and don't get me wrong, if you're savvy about it, buying from China is not a problem, really.
Oh yeah.
You just got to be a bit savvy about it and know what the limitations are, haven't you?
Well, in many ways, we've got no bleeding choice anyway, because we can't find anywhere in Europe or America that's actually manufacturing them themselves. So.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, those Carveras, they are a bit of they stand on their own, really. There's nothing else quite like them, is there?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Wow. All right. So
that's.
There we go.
Tour the workshop.
I think one of these voltage regulators is overheating. So So we will place them. Hopefully, I've got have I got them in stock? That's the thing. Oops. Didn't think of that. What we got?
Hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. I'm struggling to read and do other things at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping to show you the dogs, but as soon as I walk out the workshop, we found out connection's lost. But,
yeah, love me a bit of dog action, mate.
yeah, it's interesting though. The older one that was, you know, full of spirit until the younger one came along, and he's really adopted the older brother mentality now. You know, proper settled down into himself, and yeah, it's quite cool. The dynamic, like almost overnight, you realised I've got to be a big brother now.
Well, it was the same with Charlie. I mean, because of his history, and he was so what's the word? Subdued, I suppose.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't play. He didn't get carried away with it. He was very, very quiet and uninvolved. And even with all the others, try to get him to play, he doesn't want to know.
Right.
Until we got Lily, because Lily won't take no for an answer.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now he's out there in the afternoons, around about the same time each day. They come out here and they run around playing with each other like nuts. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And he really has started coming properly out of his shell now.
Great.
So it makes up for everything that's been destroyed by Lily in the last 4 or 5 weeks, anyway. Yeah, I tell you, she ate my shaver. She ate the entire top off it. She's had the blades out, everything, right? And there's just this husk of a razor left. I wouldn't have minded. It was brand new because I just bought it because she killed the last one. But she went into the bathroom, managed to get up onto the sink and up into the window ledge to get it. She's like Batman, she is. She's a little cow. Okay, that display's jump. Oh, hang on. Hang on. That's more than a display jump. Every single LED on the front panel's lit up. What's that about? Right, let's leave it on that preset and see what it does. So it looks like it does jump. Still preset. Set preset 208. Sleaze box, wherever that is. All right, let's see what that looks like. Just keep an eye on her. Let's get on with this for a minute. I've got a Box Continental to do as well, which is probably one of the worst keyboards in the world to work on. Ever. Really, really horrible bloody things they are. Oh, he's gone. Dropped out altogether. Right. Let's excuse me. Let's heat up this thing. Oh, hang on. That should have really come around the other way, shouldn't it? Oh, damn it. Yeah. Yep, the screen's jumped again. Right, let's see if it keeps going to the same, jumping to the same screen. How are we doing? Oh, phone died. Yeah, the joy of batteries. I don't know. Probably. Why not? Do a point and click. If there's smoke, you lose the game. Yeah, Squid Game for sense. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? Really do need to get a new sponge for that, don't I? All right. Okay, let's take these old ones out. Or try to at least. Can't floor stuff. Oh, for heck's sake. There we go. Alright, take these old ones out. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Adding solder to make something remove. But it works. There you go. That's the 337. I'll take out the 317, which this might be the minus 15 volt regulator. Don't quote me, because it might actually be the positive, and the 337's the minus. Not that it really matters, as long as the right one goes in the right hole. It's the same result. Come on, girl. Out you come. Ooh, judging by how quick the blade on the top of this is heating up, I would say this is the one that was overheating. God, it's a right old state, isn't it? See, another thing that's going to make working on synthesizers harder in the future is lead-free solder, because that shit is awful to work with. It's all very well when you're building the machines, but when you've got to work on them afterwards. Removing lead-free solder is not fun. Oh, come on. Come. Good girl. 2 more legs. Come on. There we go. No, it hasn't jumped again now. It's all right. Yes, there. Cool. The solder has not come out at all. Because it's not plugged in. Yeah, Robbie must be hard at work today. like him, is it? Come on. There you go. You brought your mate with you. Right, come sit over here then. Good girl. Because all these think they're pretty hot, yeah? Good girl. You coming through? Good girl. Come in. Yeah, just remove all these little bits. You're not tempted to chew anything. You might have to bugger off in a minute, actually, young lady, because at some point I'm powering this up. And you know what? Not a good idea to have little paws running around all over the place. Yeah? You want to go out again, don't you? Oh, you think, go get Nelly. Go get her. No, not you. You don't play that game, you silly girl. Here, no, you don't. You soppy moo. There you go. Wait, no, sit around here. Come lie down over here. Wait, here. Come sit down here then. No. Get off your moo. Wait, no, all right. Hello. Yes, hello. Oh, God. Can you get out of my face, woman? Sorry, sit down. Sit down there. And let me do this power supply with you, for God's sake. Before it goes out of fashion. No, that is not going to be long enough. Let's get the stroke shooting out of the way. There you go. I'm going to bring this girl in a bit more. No, it's jumped and it's gone to a completely different page. Which means we've got to drop the pot boards out altogether. I think we'll have to do every single pot on it. So we'll get this, see if we can get this to power up and then we'll move on. That's coming out now. Oh, come on, don't make it muck about. There's a pin stuck in the hole. Get to it now. Got it. Excellent. Right, now clean out these three this end. Right, clean them up on the back. God, these boards have seen better days. Okay, right now we've got 5 Taltalum caps that are officially awful. They need to go. Regardless of whether they work or not, it doesn't matter. They just need to go. Goodbye. So we take out the bad news and we'll replace them with electrolytics. So they are 10s at I can't say, I think probably 35 volts to be honest. So we'll soften these up first. Let's do this one. You think to remove something you wouldn't add more solder, but the reason for that is it generates more heat by having more solder there, which means you can just pull the component out without damaging the tracks, which are already delicate enough. Thank you very much. Right, so it's, yeah, it looks like 30. I'm going to put 35s in, that way we'll overrate it. It's always better to be overrated than underrated. So plus to the bottom. Okay. Right, let's just clean the holes out. And here. I think that's got them. It has indeed. Right. Okay, so we want electrolytic. This is the best way, by the way, to buy electrolytic caps if you're into that. These multi kits from Amazon, which I believe there's 670 caps in there. If you start buying individuals on RS or something like that, Christ, it costs so much money, it's ridiculous. Right, 10 at 50. There you go, 10 at 50. Even better. Although I don't like the look of that one. Why don't I like the look of that? Because I'm being fussy. There you go. Because I'm being fussy, don't worry. Right. Plus to the bottom. It's very nice of them to actually mark it as well. So just stick that through there. These have to be soldered both sides, so you can't put the cap all the way through. Okay. It'd be nice to have more wiggle room with this power supply. Just don't have it. So just have to hang over the top of it. Cool. That's that one. And that one. Cool. Make sure they're not touching each other. So that cap's in there. There we go. Now, the voltage regulator in question. C337. Yep. Okay. So that new one goes in there. Let me stick through a little bit now. Solder that in place. Okay, nice. Do the back as well, just to be sure. Because some of the old, some of these Profit 5s, their power supplies, the holes weren't tinned through the board. So you had to solder it both sides. Right, let's put that one in place. Okay, next cap. There's a little tout there. a second of 5, which is also hanging off that voltage regulator I've just fitted. So it makes sense to pull it out just in case. There we go. Is it positive marked? Yeah, it's positive marked as well. Right, it is a it's slightly burnt, so it's almost impossible to see what it is. I think it's a 2.2. Hang on a second. I've got to go and plug this in. I've got a magnifier. Oops. Heck. It came down on me. Bastard. Yeah, 2.2 at 25 volt. Okay. So 2.2s at 50. Okay, again, overrated. Cool. Yep, 2.2 at 50. All right, let's clean this out then. I think I'm probably the only synth tech in the world that works out of a dog's bed. If it wasn't for the fact it was so damn comfortable. I used to have workbenches in here. As I've said before, you lose so much space. Whereas the floor is huge. So there is a method in the madness. Besides, I'm more comfortable kneeling down than I ever, since I was 2 years old. Watching Thunderbirds on a black and white telly. That's 2.2 done. Okay. Moving swiftly along. Right, we've got another one here, which is probably, this is for the 5 volt one. Right, this looks like a 2.2 as well, funny enough. Well, we won't confirm it until we got it out. Anyway. Let's see if we can get this pulled out now. Here we go. And this is again 2.2. Cool. Let's clean it up. Yes, I saw that Moog raffle. Well, Michelle showed it to me last week. Good idea. Very good idea. I would say there was a lot more people into Eurorack than there is into Vintage Sense, mate. So it makes sense. It should get quite a good response from that raffle. Oh, that's hard one, isn't it? a pain in the ass when you can't actually turn the board over properly. Okay, so that is the 5-volt cat done. Right, next one. Another 2.5, isn't it? 2.2 rather, sorry. For the minus 15. We can get at this one directly. Oh, we can. Cool. There you go. There she comes. Yeah, 2.2 at 25. Right, let's see if I can clean up these tracks before we go any further.
Whinge, whinge, bloody whinge.
Bollocks to you in 12 different languages.
Bolloco.
Yeah, El Bolloco then.
I
How are
didn't
you
even
there?
get a fucking notification. I can't stop long. I've got a call in about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Just had Tiny on the phone.
Really?
Yes. Called you a lot of things. No, he didn't.
Of course he did.
No, he's coming out to see it tomorrow, isn't he?
He is indeed.
Yeah.
It'll be well chuffed because it's done, but more so, the other one is as well.
Nice.
There's both of them going tomorrow. Yay!
Sweet.
That's it.
No, he's telling me about those. Is it Mike Prees?
Oh, those yeah. Well, they are £250,000 or something.
It's stupid, stupidly expensive. But apparently, everyone that's been testing them out have shat their load.
Yeah.
About how good they are. So.
Well, they're originally from Helios Desk, I believe.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Something like that.
Because that really isn't my forte. Any of that kind of stuff, just not my thing.
Yeah.
But he was just picking my brains for anyone I could possibly suggest testing them, for testing them out. So I'm going to have a look through my little black book.
Yeah. Good move.
Aye.
Actually, really are something.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Out of our league, though, Sunshine.
Oh, absolutely. I'll just wait for the plug-in.
I imagine Stephen Slate already does one.
Probably, yeah, or Universal Audio or something.
Yeah.
Brainworks, yeah.
Oh, man.
Aye. You keeping well?
Yeah, I'm tired, knackered, usuals. But getting through the stuff anyway.
Good. You're still dicking around with that Profit 5.
Well, I'm really
Sizzles. Bye, Siri.
Oh God, what have you seen? Oh, just stalking Nelly. Didn't think you had to close the door behind you, though, did I?
Bless.
Right, that won't go in the old for love no money. I've heard that before. Right, I really, do you know what? I'm going to desolder this wire off of this switch because it will give me more play on this power supply. There we
33 people got nothing better to do on a Tuesday afternoon.
Well, any afternoon.
Well, yeah.
We're all in the same boat, mate.
34 now. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, where else can you sit and watch a geezer in a dog's bed?
Exactly. In the ProSynth Network Christmas jumper.
Yeah, screaming at a synth.
Yeah.
It's top end entertainment, this is, mate. How you been anyway? How's the day been going for you?
Oh, same shit, different day. Just did a voiceover for another little video. Got to edit that in. Had a call about another module. When do you want it? Oh, by the end of the year. Well, my year ends in about 2.5 weeks, and then I'm off until New Year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everyone wants it now. Well, they can bloody well wait. So I've got a call in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
About some new functionality on our learning platform that nobody bothered telling me about, and apparently it's all going live like this week or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nothing like being up to date and informed, is there?
There's nothing like it at all. Yeah.
And this isn't anything like it.
Exactly. Aye.
Right, here we go. Third and final voltage regulator.
Oh, dear me.
Gee whizzikers, sir. Right.
I went to change the wheel on my wife's car, or
Yeah.
the tyre, should I say. I thought I'll whack the spare on, and then I'll whip the dodgy one up, and then make that the spare. Only to find out that the spare is one of those bloody space savers on hers.
Oh.
So I'm not having her drive around in cold conditions with one of those for a few days. Luckily, the one that needs replacing has only got a very slow sort of
Yeah.
puncture.
Well, at best, those space savers are just to get you to the nearest
Exactly.
garage and get shit sorted out.
Exactly. So, and I'm thinking about it. I might as well just put 4 new bloody tyres on the thing and be done with it. Because the MOT came back when it went for its MOT a few weeks ago, and it said all tyres good tread, but beginning to, what was it, crack? I think they said.
Yeah. Over the weekend, I briefly got a crack on with the Ambient Zero.
Oh yes.
And found it sort of like all right, but I've really got that shit already covered. So I've given it to Lamont because he wants one, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
And he hasn't got 2 halfpennies to rub together at the moment.
True.
Well, to spend on that anyway. So I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'll send it to him. He can have it.
Nice.
Better than it, gathering dust here, isn't it?
Well, I suppose, yeah.
So,
yeah, it's I've only had it out a few times, and 1 or 2 times, for a fairly sort of long play with it. But it's one of those things that you start sort of playing with it, and you kind of get lost in it.
Yeah.
And you're not really sure what you're doing.
Yeah. I did kind of feel that's the neck of the woods I was in with it. Well, and when you have to go and find a YouTube video to find out how to change the presets over, you go, maybe this isn't for me. And like I said, I've got a lot of synthesizers, a lot of software, and they're all capable of doing what that does. I mean, it may do some things better. I don't know, but
no, I mean they're all little niche little boxes.
Yeah.
That do a certain thing and does it quite well.
Yeah.
One of these days, I might just get them all out, lay them all out on a table, hook up the synchronization, so daisy chain them on the sync.
Yeah.
And see if I can't do something interesting with them. But at the moment, I just haven't got the time. Just don't have the time.
Yeah, well, you and me both, mate. I mean, that'd be an ideal hardware jam for you to try out, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. I did think about it for like Synth East, because I don't know how much space we're going to have at Synth East, but generally it's not a lot. So if I've only got a small table's worth, I thought, maybe I'll just bring all the Sonic wares and stick them all on, and people can have a mess around. Be a bloody nightmare with the audio, because it's what? How many have I got of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9? 9 and counting?
I've got all of the live ones, even the the rare one that they only did in America. So I think I've got. I'm sure it's 9. And then I've got the ELZ1 player, and I've got the Sample Trek and Lo-Fi XT12 thing.
Yeah.
I've got, apart from the original ELZ, I've got all of their stuff.
Okay. Right, that's the Mars component.
Yeah, so Signal, put them all through a mixer, but 9 fucking...
That's a few.
I think I've got a small enough portable mixer.
Yeah.
Got 8 channels. Well, I suppose I could do a mono, couldn't I? Because they're not stereo.
Well, I've got
stereo.
a Pro FX16 here if you want to borrow it.
I don't know. I'm still debating what to do this year for the show, or next year for the shows.
Yeah.
That was one idea. Another idea was French synthesizers. And have a display of like Arturia and Kodamo and
Yes,
what else? Because there's some interesting stuff in that. But
yeah.
What was the other thing that I came up with? Oh yeah, 90s Yamaha. So CS1X, AM1X, FS1R.
Yeah, well, you got that covered, surely.
Well, what I'd probably want an SU10, which I think Steve in Australia is sending me.
All right.
But I'd want an RM1X as well. So I'm still looking at, because I sold mine like a twat. So
oh, here we go.
if I find a decent RM1X where it's all intact and the buttons haven't gone all yellow,
yeah,
that might be an idea.
You know what? I'm going to put new insulating plates on this as well. Fuck it. Bear no cost.
Saw a picture on Facebook today, one of these synth repair things, DX27S, right? One of the nastiest DXs there were, with a bloody wasp's nest in it. A little small wasp's nest.
Cool.
Yeah. Thankfully, the wasps were no longer there. But,
well, it's like that. What was it? It was a synclavier with a. I think they called it a. We tried to identify it with Google, but it looked like it was something like a speckled sand spider.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's about 8.5 inches across.
How many? 8.5.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, big girl.
About as big as my. No.
Yeah. And, yeah, its claim to fame was that it managed to electrocute itself inside this synclavier.
That'll teach it.
Yeah. I mean, it hadn't
yeah.
caused any problems with the synth, apart from me shitting myself when I took the lid off.
Well, yeah.
And there's this thing going, right, you're like that. You go, fuck! I mean, oh, it's all right, it's dead. You go, I don't care. It still looks really, really menacing. Even dead. It looks like it would bite your head off.
When I've had my first ever job at the one of the local co-ops,
yeah,
we used to get the bananas in. The bananas that had just come off the boat that morning.
Yeah.
And you'd open them up, and you'd either find spiders, dead or alive,
yeah,
or little frogs,
right.
like little frogs, sort of about 1.5 inches, just little things. So yeah, it was always interesting. Come from Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, right, I better get off and do this call. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now I see the notification.
Yeah, well, I think YouTube's been doing a few weirdies lately. With things like you can't click on links in chat anymore, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. So somebody puts a link into the chat, you click on it, it doesn't go there.
Interesting.
That's what I was hearing, anyway.
Hey, look what Marilyn sent me this morning.
Oh, yes. That escalated quickly, didn't it?
She just sent them through and says, have fun. I might just do that.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what the resolution of those images were.
It looks relatively high, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, because what I said in the chat was,
Oh yeah.
Got to wait 3 hours before it starts. What am I going to do? Oh, I saw that pig out in the back field. I might try and ride it like a horse. Right.
Dear oh dear.
And then 7 hours later, there's a T-shirt you can buy.
Yes, that's the way the world works these days.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I might see. Are you doing a proper one tonight or not?
Yeah, I think I will actually. I don't think there isn't any other people going on or doing it.
Is Jason doing? Let's have a look.
Because I don't want to walk on anybody's toes if I can help it. If you know what I mean. It's not like I'm not on a lot. I'm becoming the new Tony Slattery of YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the James Corden.
Jason, is it Tuesdays or Wednesdays he does it? I can't remember now. He's got nothing scheduled.
Okay. Well,
at the moment, but he normally has it done in advance. So
okay.
Maybe he's not doing one, unless anybody knows otherwise.
Well, we're quite a neat niche bunch, aren't we?
Aye.
Funny enough, I was talking to Lamont for about 2 hours this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, messaging while I was getting on with bits and pieces. We were talking about all sorts of stuff. Cool. Talking about how he's a specialised farrier.
Yes, yeah.
He's sort of like the last stop shop for those horses.
Mm.
So that job is like important. Do you know what I mean? It means something.
Yeah, absolutely.
This isn't an important job.
No, I think it is.
It's not life or death whether this Project 5 ever works again.
It might be for someone.
Nah. If it was, why the fuck was it left in a flight case for 32 years?
Well, true. True.
Yeah.
Right, got a dash. I will speak to you later.
Have fun. So you'll miss the smoke.
I will, yeah. Well, it'll be on catch up, so I'll
okay. Yeah. Watch it on fire later.
Indeed. All right, buddy.
Bye, darling.
See you later.
Take care.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Right, now I've got to try and make this fit in the holes, which is, and it has to be done across 3 voltage regulators simultaneously. I think you just love this job. It's not easy. Right. Let's clear this all off so I can do it. This is not the nicest job in the world to do. Right, okay. Right, here we go. Up. Right. Slowly offer these up without pushing the screws through. Oh, that one is out by a country mile. Yay! That's what we like to see. Didn't quite get that one right. Oh, get off. Right, here we go. Let's push down on it. Oh, steady, steady. Do not ruin it. Right, here you go. Come on. Find the hole like a good little boy. Right, 1, 2. Come on. Last one. Come on. Oh, go on, go on, go on. I think, don't quote me, but I think I've got all 3 to line up first time, which is an absolute bleeding first. For that, I think I've done it. Okay, right, now, put the nuts on the back. Please be sticking through enough. Okay, that's one. Trouble is, it's pulling the board too close to the back panel, which means it would short out on the back. Now that would be fireworks. Right, now we do the +15 one. Let's see what happens. See if it catches. Oh, it has. Let's pull that board away again. Same thing. There you go. Okay, now the centre one. Now the centre one is an absolute nightmare to do because the heat sink blades are all around where the nut goes. So this one is a bit hit and miss. No, missed it altogether. Heck. Let's see if we can offer it up with something else. Oh. Right, if I sit it in the end of here, let's see if I can offer it out from the other side. Yep, it's taking it. Look at that. Right. All right, just make sure these are all nice and tight. Okay. Now I've just got to resolder the reset switch back on quickly. Here we go. Right, and it's lined up. Yep. Okay, so far so good. Does anybody know what sign language for "can I have a coffee for God's sake"? So I can indicate a Phoebo that one is dying of thirst here. Okay. So far so good. Right. The new caps are in place as well. Good. Don't bother replacing these big ones. They'll still be efficient in about 30,000 years from now. Okay, right. Let's try offering up the rest of the synth and see what happens. Good. So many bits in this. That plugs into there. So. That MIDI kit comes from when dinosaurs ran the earth. That's the power pickup for the board. Okay. Good. Okay. That's for the keyboard when we fit it. If we fit it. Alright. That's the power to there. Then we have these two under here. So many freaking cables to go back in this. That one goes up to there onto the digital board like that. That one goes up the RAM upgrade for 120 programs. So we have this additional cable here running to the RAM. Although with that cable disconnected, I doubt if there's anything on those chips now, because it would have had a backup battery feed from the main board. It doesn't matter, because I've got these patches on file anyway. I think after 32 years, the owner won't remember what they were either. Right, is that going to go in? Go on, go in then. Oh, fuck's sake. Sometimes you just punch these things in the face. It's been cantankerous for the hell of it. Seems to be a game going on out in the dark now. Well, if you're going to go in, oh, that big straight in. Right, main power to the digital board is this plug here. Nightmare fitting this one in. There's never enough room. Okay. Make sure everything else is offered up. Okay. Yeah. We've got everything there except the keyboard, which we don't need to bother about. What we want to see is we have a power supply that runs for more than 10 seconds without winking out. Because otherwise I'm going to have to get my thermal camera and see if we can find out what it is that's overheating. Let's see what happens. Oh, let's go to the power supply. Hang on. Okay. Right, light come on. Auto tuning. Passed. Front panel has lit up. Changing. No. What's that done? No, something's winked out. The other lights are on. Let's try that again. No. Okay, so we've definitely got something that's overheating and making the thing crash out. No. It isn't making a nice power supply buzzing noise now, which it wasn't doing before. So yeah, I think we'll have to take them all out. Bloody thing. Right. Let's take the let's find the correct screwdriver for it. Here we go. Let's take the voice board out. Here we go. Right, that's that. The voice board disconnected, or as much as it can be disconnected because of the MIDI kit. And let's see if that pulls it down or not. Tune light on. But no, just, yeah, okay. So it's half working and then dies. It always works from cold. Interesting. I think where that thermal camera is. I don't know where I left it. Might be up by the car barrier or something like that. Not entirely sure, but I think that Andromeda might be jumping to the same window, which would be pretty cool because it means there's just one pot that I would have to dismantle and or replace to get it to stop from jumping. Need more experimentation with that before we move on. Let's see if that's cooled down or not. No, we go. Right, auto tune. Yeah, cool. It won't work because yeah, the display briefly fired up before winking out again, so it's definitely something overheating. Please don't be the DAC. Please don't be the DAC. I'll be honest with you, my head is fucked now, to be honest. What time is it anyway? I don't know. Oh, it's nearly 5 o'clock. Well, it might be an idea, if unprecedented as it is to call it a day for now. Go and feed the dogs, have something to eat, and then fire up a pub for about 7, half 7. What say you? Think it might be a brilliant idea or not? I could trace it with the meter, but judging by the way she's responding, it's definitely something overheating. And you'd be surprised how quick you can find stuff with the thermal camera. It just stands out a mile. You just go in there and replace that part. Thing is, because tracing it with the meter, be running around that digital board for a month of Sundays before you actually find something that would possibly be causing it. But it's making the front panel wink out, so it's definitely a digital board thing anyway. So I might try it with the thermal camera and see what happens. Of course, if it doesn't work out, then yeah, we'll go to tried and tested, but slow, laborious and long-winded version of doing it, which is, as you say, with the meter. It's just that sometimes you get lucky with the thermal camera. You just put it on and go, hey, there it is, that's what's doing it. And we'll take it from there. But I don't know whether I'm going to get a chance to look at any of this stuff tomorrow, because of that long. It depends on how long it takes them to check everything so that they're satisfied and then load it all up in the motor. God, I hope he's coming in a big fan, to be honest. And then I can get on. But I don't know at what time. I don't even know what time they're coming. You know, they could be coming in the afternoon. In which case, I could get back on this in the morning. So it's all up in the air. It kind of takes the enthusiasm out of me, to be honest. So I'll tell you what I'll do, chappies, chapasses, is we'll call it a day, because that miserable moo hasn't bought me down a coffee. I'll have to go up and get one. feed the woofies, sit down, get my breath back, and then go and set up a pub. And I'll meet up with you all there later on, yeah, about 7:30. Yeah? How's that sound? Yep. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hang around, I say. All right, then we'll do that and take it from there. Yeah. All right, my darlings. I will see you a little later on, as they say in France. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves.